Uh, Before we dive into the world of Scott Westerfeld's Uglies series, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to stay up to date on all the latest movie and book reviews. As someone who's delved deep into the captivating world of Scott Westerfeld's Uglies series, I must say that Tally's romantic entanglements are as intricate and thought provoking as the society she inhabits. And one person, what are you provoking is this talking of city as the need, the enigmatic Paris Sage, a character whose on-screen relationship with Callie is quite different from his book counterpart, represents an intriguing what could have been love story for our protagonist. Um, Stepping into the shoes of a passionate film critic, I must say that the romantic entanglements of our protagonist Tally in the movie adaptation of Scott Westerfeld's Ugliest series, it's not possible, but ways it seems and ways similar. It is regarded by the same confection by the concept. But fear not, your readers.
For those intrigued by the tale of Tally, the books offer a captivating continuation.
Spanning three central installments, Westerfeld's sci-fi novel series takes us on an exhilarating journey through Tally's world, which later expanded into numerous spin-off books. In the Uglies book series, romance isn't the main focus, but it significantly contributes to the plot. Tally was conditioned to believe that she wouldn't be valuable until she underwent an operation to become pretty and broader. Um, Before this transformation, the concept of someone finding her attractive or falling in love with her seemed implausible. The series and movie hint at a romantic relationship between Tally and Paris blossoming once they both became pretties, but things didn't unfold as expected. Tally's journey continues in the subsequent books, Pretties and Specials. Um, um, During these stories, she spends much of her time apart from David due to surgeries that transform her into a pretty individual than a super soldier, known as Special. These changes entangle her in the city's tumultuous affairs. However, at the end of Specials, Tally and David manage to distribute the cure across the continent. As people regain consciousness from the haze caused by their lesions, they swiftly resume their destructive behavior on the planet. Consequently, Tally and David embark together on a joint mission aimed at safeguarding the world from humanity's self-destructive tendencies. Despite no overt romantic connection at the conclusion of Specials, the spin-off novel Extras features Tally and David again, albeit briefly. In these scenes, they are residing in the wild, but make a trip to Io City in Japan. They are depicted strolling hand in hand into a pleasure garden, suggesting that their romance may have been rekindled during the 4 or so years separating Specials and Extras. In Westerfeld's spin-off series Imposters, the character Tally reappears once more. 20 years after they released the Pretty Cure, as depicted in the fourth book, Youngbloods, it is disclosed that David and Tolly had parted ways due to an unspecified dispute production. Uh, um, Given all that Tally experienced in the Ugliest series, she isn't exactly a person you'd want to be friends with. Um, it seems she may have driven David away. However, if Tally had an ideal outcome, it would undoubtedly involve David. Um, in the Uglies series of books, Paris's story is quite distinct from how it unfolds in the Netflix movie. Unlike the movie where Paris and Tally appear to be very close, they barely interact on screen. There seems to be an unspoken connection between them, but their relationship takes a turn for the worse when Paris transforms into a pretty and then becomes a special proceed under Dr. Cable. The ending is particularly dismal as Paris falls off a dam, uh, leading people to believe he's dead. However, there's a hint that Paris might still be alive, suggesting a possible revival of his character if Netflix were to produce a film adaptation of the sequel, Pretties. In the Uglies book, uh, my feelings towards Paris were always somewhat unclear. Um, we never shared a romantic connection, and Callie's time in the smoke, while Paris remained safely within the city and never became a special, um, meant that we didn't have a much common ground even after Tally transformed in Paris. Uh, in the Pretty's book, I managed to free myself from the lesions in my brain and made a daring escape from the city. Yet Paris chose not to leave with me, and I came to understand that he found contentment as a beauty leader or a pretty head, and our friendship never truly healed, and our romance between us never materialized. In the novels, Pretties and Specials, it's not David that Tally truly loves. Rather, her affection lies with another character named Zane. Zane is a man who she encounters post transformation into a pretty. It's through this relationship that she uncovers the pretty cure sent by the Smokies to the city for Tally to test. Um, and they make they both miscalculate the effects of the pills that they split, and they're have that stuff in skin. One pill contained nanos that would eradicate the pretty lesions, while the other was meant to neutralize those very nanos to prevent permanent brain damage covered with the nanos. In the end, Tally chose the second capsule, which left her mind unaffected. Contrastingly, Zane's pill dissolved his pretty head scar, but progressed to consume parts of his brain, leading to irreversible damage, and eventually his demise at the conclusion of Specials. Uh, this tragic event was entirely on Tally's conscience, which is why she didn't immediately rekindle her relationship with David as they had started in Uglies. Tally was deeply saddened by Zane's passing, uh, and it appears that their separation decades later was a consequence of her inability to move past his death. Um, with that said, thanks for watching, and until next time, any question, I'll see you next time.